Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
Its self-driving unit Zoox launching in Las Vegas, going public today for the first time with cabs that don't have a steering wheel or pedals. Our Mackenzie Sagalos has that in today's Tech Check. Morning, Mac.
Hey, good morning, Carl. So 5 years after its $1.3 billion Zoox acquisition, and Amazon is officially in the AV wars. For now, the footprint is small, free rides on the Vegas Strip to build familiarity before regulators clear paid service. But it's also the public debut of a purpose-built robotaxi, where ditching the steering wheel required special permission and led to delays. The move, though, giving Amazon a flashy tourism showcase and a beachhead market. This launch puts another Mag 7 giant into the robotaxi race, joining Alphabet and Tesla in a fast-growing field that is betting big on autonomy. Waymo leading on scale. It is spreading across the country, and here in San Francisco, its fleet has tripled since its last disclosure. Waymo is available through Uber in certain markets. CEO Dara Khosrowshahi saying this week that in Atlanta and Austin, demand for driverless cars is already busier than 99% of human drivers. He also says consumers are willing to pay a premium. Tesla's service, though, it is still limited to geo-fenced areas in Austin with human supervisors. Its Robotaxi app was finally opened to the public this month after a long invite-only run, but the debut was bumpy with reports of spotty access. And then there's the tech that's powering all of this. Tesla uses cameras, while Zoox is using the same technology as Waymo, which is LiDAR. That has gotten dramatically cheaper. Elon Musk has dismissed LiDAR on technical grounds and cosmetics. But Carl, you've got to admit these toasters on wheels are kind of cute. Today's launch, though, really underscoring that this isn't just a flashy demo, but big tech, telegraphing robotaxis as a long-term play, where deep pockets, patience, and platform reach will matter far more than quick revenue wins.
It's pretty interesting, along with the headline today, Mac, of Amazon developing glasses like Meta, some for consumer use, and then some that'll be designed supposedly for their drivers.
Right, I think that underscores the fact that Amazon has been very thoughtful in its timing, so it's late to market. Waymo has been operating these driverless cars for 5 years now, but that's really given them an advantage in the sense that they are putting a vehicle on the road that doesn't look like a car. It doesn't have a steering wheel, it doesn't have pedals, and that's something that Tesla has said that it aims to do with its robotaxis, but at this point it's just a souped-up Tesla Model 3. And so what this speaks to is the fact that Waymo has already gotten through a lot of the regulatory hurdles and figured out a lot of the technical difficulties that go with bringing this kind of product to launch. But Amazon has been able to read from that playbook.
Robotaxis are on the way. Amazon-owned Zoox just announced it's opening up a factory in the East Bay. The goal, to build up to 10,000 driverless vehicles a year.
Is a big goal, and it could take some time. Gia, the robotaxis are here. They're also about to get here in far greater numbers eventually, including many that will be made here in the Bay Area. Case in point, as you mentioned, the facility in Hayward just opening today. It's run by Zoox. This is an autonomous vehicle company owned by Amazon.
Vlad, this is just wild because you know that this could be like Reddit, except for it's real money. So people are able to see right now at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. how much Oracle was being bought on Robinhood.
How are you guys doing? That's right, Robinhood Social. We unveiled it among a bunch of other innovations and new products for our traders. And I think this is going to be a great source of information for people that are using the platform to hedge their risks, speculate. I think people are going to love it. So not all of them are available same day. Some of them are. But social will actually be going live to customers early next year. So it was a little bit of a preview of what's to come.
Oh, good. I thought I didn't know how to navigate the site. I appreciate that. Let's talk about gambling. Let's talk about predictive. If I want one site for my capital, and I really do, I happen to like DraftKings very much, and I do daily fantasy with my kids stuff. But can I have everything on my Robinhood?
You can have many things. Prediction markets, as you mentioned, is one of the new exciting things that Robinhood is leading in. And you have a bunch of different events that you can trade if you're a trader. You can also use the prediction markets as a source of information for what traders are doing and where we think the world is going to go. For example, you've got CPI coming in later this week. We know we had producer price index coming in a little bit earlier, but there's actually markets on how many Fed rate cuts are anticipated in September or through the end of the year. And we also have prediction markets on the consumer price index, which I think is a valuable source of macro information as well.
Now, I did want to ask you about migration from crypto. I know that you and I have talked periodically, before you even had your app, which I think is so good, but I've always felt that I wanted people to go in for crypto, even go in for options, even go in for 0-day, but then maybe gravitate and do more traditional investing along with that. Are you seeing that, or are people that are, because you're known, of course, as being crypto, which, by the way, I love and don't think is a negative at all, but I do want to see people also do a little bit more of a conservative side going with crypto. Are you seeing that yet?
So here's the interesting thing. A lot of people do think that there's a lot of folks initially think that there's a migration. Maybe someone comes in as a trader and then eventually goes into more passive retirement or index funds. But what actually happens, what we've been seeing among our most engaged customers, is they come in through trading and they end up opening a bunch of accounts. And one of the new features that has been very requested by customers is actually having multiple individual accounts. So we released that yesterday. Now you can have up to 10 individual brokerage accounts in addition to your retirement and of course the joint accounts. So what we end up seeing is our most active customers are opening up a lot of accounts, and they not only do their active trading, but they also have the retirement. They also open up a joint account, but it's not like they migrate. They just bring more and more of their wallet to us. And I think that's what we consider a healthy customer relationship. We should really just be helping you with all of your financial needs.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think. And make sure you're joining the Patrons. If you're not a part of the Patrons, make sure you're hitting the Cash App. Also, go like and follow the TikTok. More videos to come. And crypto is mentioned nowhere in the driverless car segment. But guys, we know these machines now have money. And now that these cars have no steering wheel, no pedal, they're clearly letting you know that no human is going to be behind it. And don't forget, Trump had did an executive order the first time that he was in office about the cars with no pedal and no steering wheel and pushing office. And now that he's back in, his job is to finish the job, land us in this fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have Robinhood announcing the new social trading starting next year. And what did the Crypto Teacher tell you a long time ago? We're going social trading, social shopping, social gaming. Everything is social in these one-stop apps, and it's all a setup for the virtual world, where your life becomes a real-life video game. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And we have them calling Larry Ellison the richest man in the world over Elon. Oracle gets a big pump. And don't forget, guys, Oracle was founded in 1977, changed its name in 1983 with an early contract with who? That's right, the Alphabet Boys, the CIA. You can't make this stuff up. Remember, guys, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And we know when it comes to all this technology, we're seeing it being used by the government and the military first, and then handed off to the people for more surveillance and more control. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to educate yourself. Remember, technology can be used for good or evil. You don't want to fall for the devil's tricks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And speaking of the devil's tricks, we have the Charlie Kirk shooting and unfortunately the passing away. But guys, we also know, like they stated, a political activist. And then we also know that's called a puppet. Because those who are smart definitely don't believe in Democrat and Republican. So they're definitely not going to support the president. And everywhere you look says Trump supporter. So we definitely know he was an industry plant. And I have so many questions. But what are we going to do? We're going to get our popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. Because we also know tomorrow is what? That's right, September the 11th. And we always get crazy events around this time. So you definitely have to wait for more information to come in before you can understand exactly what happened. But it definitely surprised me when the situation happened and CNBC did what? They just kept flowing with their normal programming. So it's definitely something up. And of course, I'll be doing a Patreon on the event later on as we get more information to come in. But you know, I've told you time and time again, distractions are going to get stepped up because we have to get moved over to this fourth industrial revolution. They have to keep the sheep asleep. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Robert Frank has been tracking the fortunes here, tick by tick. What a day.
Sarah, what a day and what a night for Larry Ellison. Ellison adding over $100 billion to his net worth just over the past 24 hours. That is, of course, the biggest one-day gain in history and brings his total wealth to around $400 billion. Now, he has rarely sold shares since co-founding the company way back in 1977, so he still owns 41% of Oracle. And at 81, it is his first time topping the rich list. He posted on X back in July that he planned the company way back in 1977, so he still owns 41% of Oracle. And at 81, it is his first time topping the rich list. He posted on X back in July that he plans to devote most of his fortune to the Ellison Institute of Technology. This is great for philanthropy. That institute focuses on climate change and poverty, fighting disease. Now, he may not top the list for long. Musk has some big pay packages coming up. That's both from the 2018 one that is being fought in the courts and the new one that we just heard about last Friday. Either of those could eventually make him a trillionaire.
John Charlie Kirk has died after being shot while speaking during an event this afternoon at Utah Valley University. The president posting on social media confirming his death, saying the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife Erica and family. Charlie, we love you. John, meanwhile, the campus is still closed. Classes are canceled while a suspect remains at large. The university is offering police escorts to students to get them safely off campus. They say this is an ongoing and unfolding event. And John, as we said before, Kirk was 31 years old. He was a father of two and a longtime conservative activist, a very close ally of the president's. He had last been at the White House just in May. He was best known as the co-founder of Turning Point USA, which tours college campuses to engage with young voters, as he was doing this afternoon. Closing bell overtime. We'll be back.
The FBI director is posting that a suspect is in custody. I would just like clarification. Do you or do you not have a suspected shooter in custody?
We have a person of interest in custody that is being interviewed right now.
That is not George Zinn.
That is not George Zinn. That is correct.
Is there any indication
or looking for another shooter or anybody else related?
Yes, we are actively looking for anyone and everyone who has any possible information relating to the shooting.
Can you tell us details about the suspect being taken into custody? Where? How long ago?
We cannot at this point, but we will get you that information when we can.
Is there believed to be a second individual involved in the shooting?
At this point, there is no information that would lead us to believe that there is a second person involved. This is a dark day for our state. It's a tragic day for our nation. And I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.